Okay, this is a kind of response to a video, but it's a standalone video too. So there's this chess channel I follow, this like Hans Niemann lookalike guy, and he did a video about anxiety, and he said like he has three things that can help. You know the kind of video I mean. And in the comments, I was like, well, here's five that helped me, and basically the last one of my um, tips is pretty much the one that I think is kind of the most important in a way. And the reason that I learned this is because basically I kind of fucked up being stupid when you're young, you know, and ended up kind of fucking my head up basically a little bit. And um, I was getting like severe panic attacks, like 6 times a day. I was still managing to work somehow, but it was kind of hard, right? And unless you've had a panic attack, it's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of like the thing you'd fear the most, and it feels at the time as bad as like being, I'd imagine being waterboarded or something. Like it's kind of the worst thing, right? And yeah, so like 6 days, 6 times a day is pretty hardcore to deal with. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not gonna go because I'm not fucking stupid. I'm not gonna go and go and see a fucking doctor or psychiatrist or any of that shit, because that's just a kind of bad road in my opinion. So instead I thought, okay, he can help me. And there's this guy that I knew he'd fucked himself up, and he'd literally like not been out of the house, or no one's seen him for like a year and a half. And I was like, okay, that's the guy, you know. This is before everyone had mobile phones and shit, or like before most people did. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go knock on this guy's door. Knock on his door, it's like, can I speak to someone? So yeah, yeah. I'll tell him that I really need to talk to you about something. Obviously, he's not gonna let me in his house because he's not well, right? But he's like, okay, I'll go and meet you like just across the road on a wall. We'll go and talk. So we sit there and we talk for like a long time. And the main thing is like I'm telling him what I'm going through, which is fucking extreme panic attacks several times a day, right? And it's not just the panic attacks; it's the fact that you know they're gonna come, and then you feel them coming, and you're trying to stop them coming. So like you're anxious because you think they're gonna come. You know it's gonna be fucking hell when they do come, and you're trying to fight it them coming, and it's like pointless because it comes anyway, and it just kind of feels like it's never gonna end, right? So I tell him all this, and like he's the guy to talk to because he's like I've been there, you know. I've got it. I know exactly what you're going through, and what he said to me is like, this is gonna sound stupid, but uh, don't fight it, feel it, right? He's like, life's about experiences, right? You're having an experience when you're having this panic attack, which is one of the most extreme experiences you can have, right? But not a lot of people, or not everyone gets to experience this. You're experiencing it, and it's gonna happen anyway, so experience it fully. Don't fight it when it's happening. Don't fight it when it's coming on. Just completely experience it as deeply as you can. And it sounds insane, but that is the number one thing that helped me back to normality, because one of the worst things is the anxiety of it coming on, knowing I'm gonna have a panic attack, and what if I have it here in this situation? What if I have it? It's going to be terrible anyway, and you feel it coming. It's like, no, like I'm going to try and fight it and use up all of the energy. And so me just changing my attitude to, okay, it's coming, bring it on, let's go. That kind of got rid of some of that wasted energy. And then when it did come, that idea of like, okay, this is really, I mean, it's the most terrible thing. I can't, I really can't imagine anything worse or much worse. I've experienced something a bit much worse I'll make a video about, but there's nothing much worse. But when it comes, I'm just going, okay, I'm now experiencing the most worst right now. I'm experiencing it. And just like not trying to block it, not trying to stop it, not even trying to shorten it, just fully letting it wash over, fully immersed. And what that did, that little bit of advice, it shortened the time when it would come on, because I'd feel it and I wouldn't fight it for hours. I just let it go. And when it did come, me trying not to stop it actually made the period of time of the anxiety attack shorter. And in not too long a time, it went from like 6 times to 4 times to 3 times a day to 2 times to like once every other day to a few times a week to once a week to once or twice a month to almost never happening. Every few months maybe, you know, like I think the last really bad one I had was maybe 4 months ago. And it was just as bad as they always were. But just by like running into the fire, that helped me more than anything else that I think I could have done. I'm not saying this will help the viewer watching this, but if you haven't tried it, maybe try it.